Okay, how you guys doing today? We are Team 7. I am Anthony Boghos. This is Jacob Hanna, and this is Dustin Johnson. And our project name is Development of Rapid Transit of Las Vegas Valley. This is a little project overview here. Our design, what we want to do is we want to design a rapid transit system throughout the Las Vegas Valley. We want to connect from Las Vegas, all the way from Henderson, all the way to North Las Vegas. That's our main goal that we want to do right now. We do have a layout and a map of the destinations where we want to design at. Our alternatives is a express bus rapid transit and a light rail system. Those are our alternatives that we have right now.
Do we want to explain what is exactly each of them? Are you going to do that later? Or?
We're going to probably go into later. But I feel like the light rail system, what we want to do is we want to design a fast-moving train that can get you from basically point A to point B faster than your car can, with no waiting, no delays. And the express rapid transit system is kind of the same way. What we want to do is we want to build lanes for buses to move faster than they have to go in less stops. That's kind of what we want to do, but we get into that a little more. Okay, this is our Gantt chart right here. This is basically what we're working with right now. We are working in parallel with a couple of scenarios. We're doing a literature review, meaning we're doing all our research. We are looking into different countries about their rapid transit system, the existing RTC bus service that they have here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and some stuff like that. And then our main goal right now, what we want to do is we want to create a survey. We want to create a survey that would help us find out what we want to know with the consumers that are going to be riding their transit system. We want to know, their opinions. So we want to conduct a good survey. So we've been doing a lot of trial and error with the surveys. We've been coming up with good surveys, not good surveys, and we've been testing those surveys. So that's what we're working with right now. So we should finish up our final survey, which we're going to start handing out at the end of this week. And then we're going to do data analysis from our surveys, and then we're going to work on the preliminary report, which is due in April. So basically, we're going to work parallel. I mean, that's the only way you can really get this done.
All right, a little bit more about our actual creating of the survey. It was a little bit more in depth than we thought. We originally allocated about a week to actually writing the survey. We did a little bit of a literature review, found some sample surveys from other transit systems, surveys that have been used in the past that we could find online, and also wrote a few drafts. I believe the first draft we wrote was rejected right away, and then we wrote a second draft and tested that. We tested that survey using people on campus over by the Student Union, as well as I asked a few people that I work with to take some downtime of theirs to conduct a survey and kind of discuss whether or not it was a clear survey. And then after we looked at our test surveys, we found that there were some significant problems, so we had to rework the survey, and we're about to retest the survey and hopefully finish one that we can actually go full scale with. Our next step from there is actually doing conducting the survey itself. If you can see here in yellow, that's kind of the rough line that we would use if it's for our light rail alternatives. So we want to make sure that we get the people's opinions, the people in that service area. So we found about 20 locations. We're still trying to make sure that we can actually go to these locations, make sure we get the store's permissions to conduct surveys at their business. But those are all represented in black. Try to distributed along our route. As you can see, we're not all that concerned with the people living in the southwest part of the valley, since that's not in the scope of our design, or as well as the people towards the northeast side of town, again, not in our service area, so we're focusing pretty much areas within about a mile or two of our proposed route. We're trying to do 20 locations with about 50 surveys per location, so that way we can get a large data set so we can have a fairly good analysis when it comes to that. This is you.
All right. So after we do our survey and we get all of the information that we need, we're going to do a statistical analysis. Right now we're doing research on how to actually conduct a statistical analysis since we haven't taken a class on it right now. But we will have that ready by the time it's needed. And then after we do this statistical analysis, we're going to use the results that we find from it to decide which one will be better, either a bus service or a train service, or possibly we'll find out that neither will work better than what we have already. So after we find out which one's going to be the best, we're going to design it. First off, we're going to start, if it is a bus service that we find out that we need, we're going to see if it's possible at all to actually have designated lanes for the bus services. And then if it is possible, actually design the routes that it will go through. And then we will also design the timetables for them. We'll do this for each train and bus service, the timetables and the routes that they'll go through. But if we do decide that we're going to build a train, we're going to have to decide where the stations are going to go, and we will do that in our design after we conduct our statistical analysis. And yeah, any questions?
How did you decide to choose that route from the southeast up to the northwest?
Well, we had found that the RTC, they had done a recent study on, well, it wasn't that recent, it was like 2003. They had conducted a study for a similar route for a train service, and they had done their own economical analysis for it. And we're going to use that as kind of like a helpful tool for our decision. But the thing that we realized was that they didn't really have enough information to make a completely full decision. So we think that our survey will actually help conduct a true analysis. And so yeah, we decided that route based on a similar route, but we also noticed that their route was dependent upon the theory that certain areas were going to grow larger. So we changed it based on what did grow larger in the past 5-6 years since they conducted their survey. Any other questions?